Oh, that was a good sleep. All right, let's go ahead and get dressed. All right, what are we doing today? All right, are we doing some XP farming? Maybe some rune farming? You know what? That's not a bad idea. A video on what's the best gear. I should probably get on that. Hey everyone, it's Gotta Forgive Me here bringing you another tutorial video. This time we're going over what's the best gear to wear for each different playstyle, whether this be mob damage, going for luck, maybe you're selling stuff for extra coin boost. Today we're going to go ahead and go over what's the best things to wear. So let's go ahead and hop right into it. Alright, so starting off our video, we're going to go ahead and cover what's the best way to give the biggest punch to those mobs with mob damage. So taking a look at the gear, we have the Amulet of Chaos, which gives you 25% mob damage. You could consider the Fire Amulet as it gives you 15% mob damage and a 20% chance of dealing burning damage to them. It's not consistent. The other drawback is that you have a 10% chance to go ahead and set yourself on fire when you're taking damage. So I wouldn't recommend it. I personally would go over with the guaranteed numbers with the Amulet of Chaos. For the belt, we're going to go ahead and wear the Easter Basket, which gives you another 10% mob damage. And then as for the pets go, we're going to either have the Dark Fang Spider or one of the Flamelit pets, as they give you an extra 20% mob damage. Now, of course, if you have them, make sure that you're also running the Damage Potion, which gives you an extra 50%. So without the Damage Potion, we're looking at another 55% damage to mobs. But with that, we're going to go ahead and get an extra 105% damage. Next, we're going to go over luck, and these are the things that you're going to go ahead and wear whenever it comes to like trying to get the rare drops, whether it be going ahead and trying to kill bosses for rare drops, or if you're opening up any kind of loot bag like the treasure chests or the stockings or a trick-or-treat bag. So with that, we're going to wear the Amulet of Life that gives you an extra 20% luck, as well as a Frozen Crystal, which gives you another 30% luck. The drawback people say is because it gives you negative 90% speed. When you're going for a specific rare drop, that speed is going to be not that hindered, especially if you're wearing like a mount to go ahead and boost yourself up as well. So I wouldn't concern myself about the negative speed. And as far as the pets go, we're going to wear one of the boss pets, whether it be Arachnella or Avalanche, which gives you 20% more boost of luck. With all these together, we're going to go ahead and get another 70% of luck without the potion. If you run a luck 3 potion, give you an extra 100%. That's an extra 170% of luck boost that you'll be getting. Oh, and just a quick reminder, don't forget to use either the Frostbite Sword or your Squeaky Hammer or your Gingerbread Pickaxe if you're trying to either get like a drop from a mob or maybe an ore, because these have looting automatically built in, and you do want either Fortunate, Looting, Lucky, or Selective also built into those tools or weapon as well, because they give you way extra boost. If you're not aware, Fortunate gives you an extra 40%, Luck gives you an extra 20%. Looting is better than Luck in most scenarios. And then, of course, Selective, although it's not the greatest of the four, but it's better than nothing. Now, going into selling, this is where if you ever see someone posting and trading or offering that they'll give you way more money for, like, say, pumpkins than what they're worth if you were to sell them yourself, it's probably because they're using this setup. So taking a look, if you're wearing, say, the diamond pendant, it gives you an extra 5% coin boost, which means whenever you're selling anything, you get an extra 5% coins. And then a bag of coins for the belt, this gives you an extra 15%. And they're probably wearing one of these two pets, either being the Lunar Horse pet or the Eggling pet. Both are limited pets that you got during the events, but they give you an extra 20% bonus coins, as well as the coin boost potion that gives you an extra 30%. So including the coin boost potion, which I would always recommend running a tier 3 when you are selling something very expensive, that's going to go ahead and give you an extra 70% of coin boost overall. Oh yeah, another quick reminder, if you are going to go ahead and sell your pumpkins, make sure you turn them into pumpkin blocks first before you go ahead and sell them. If you're not aware, pumpkin blocks sell way more, using up 256 of your pumpkins to make it than just selling 256 pumpkins. The only downside of this is you have to sit here forever and craft them. But trust me, they are worth the extra time.
A few moments later.
Oh man, well, that took a while. But now you can see I do have about 162,000 in pumpkin blocks. I did have some pumpkin blocks before, so that's why the numbers look a little bit different from when you were looking at my pumpkin count. But just by making these pumpkin blocks, instead of making about 5.4 billion in pumpkins, I'm now making 5.8 before I'm even using any boosts. Now keep in mind, since we can utilize these items plus the coin boost to give us an extra 70% boost, that's going to be, instead of 36,000 per block, it's going to be 61,200 per block. So if I would sell these without using any gear or any potion boost, I would only be getting, like I said, about 5.8 billion. Now with using all this, I should make 9.9 billion just in coins. So we're going to go ahead and pop this. And we're going to just watch my numbers pump up. And there you go. There you have it. 44.2 billion now as my total. Then if you're racing your way to level 100 or you're just trying to max out your masteries, here's the best XP setup. We're going to go ahead and wear that Amulet of Life again, which gives you an extra 10% boost for the neck. And then for the waist, we're going to go ahead and wear a Blessed Skull, which is going to give you an extra 15%. And then we're going to use one of the Arctic pets, such as the Pequin, the Ice Puff, or the Cryo Cube, as they give you an extra 20% boost. So even before we're even using our potion, we're getting an extra 45% XP bonus. And then the potion itself gives you an extra 50%. So overall, that's an extra 95% XP, which is huge if you're trying to max out those masteries, or especially if you're racing to level 100. Once you hit level 72, we all know where that goes. It's really tough to get to 100. But we need to take every advantage that we can get. Again, if you're using like a tool or weapon, make sure that it has Insightful, as that gives it an extra boost as well. Now, if you're farming for runes, I recommend mining is the best way. Go ahead and do this either in the diamond mines or in the copper mines. Now, the best gear setup here for the neck, we're going to go ahead and wear the Amulet of Harmony, which is give you extra 10% mystic chance. You could argue the Arctic Amulet, as it also gives you the 10% mystic chance. I just like the Harmony better because it gives you 10% mining damage, so it's going to help you mine quicker. As far as the waist, we're going to go ahead and wear the Blessed Skull again, giving an extra 20% chance. And then as far as the pet go, we're going to go ahead and wear either the Grimthorn pet, the Ancient Slime, or the Sludge Eaters. That gives you an extra 20% itself, give you overall another 50% Mystic chance before you're even adding on anything else. Like we're using a Rune Breaker that has Mystic automatically built into it. If you're not aware, Mystic gives you a chance to get an extra rune drop when you are farming an enchanted resource. And then you do want to run the Mystic Potion, as this gives you a higher chance of enchanted resources spawning over that period of time while it's running. Now, as far as what should be on your Rune Breaker, you want Mystic on it, as that does add to your already Mystic boost on the Rune Breaker. It is not additive, it's multiplicative, so it's not as big as a boost, but it's better than nothing. Other than that, you're going to want Sharp, Rapid, or Pointy, as these will go ahead and help you break the ores down faster. Speaking of breaking ores down faster, next we're going to go over our mining. This is especially great if you're, say, in the dungeon and you're just trying to break the walls quicker. We're going to go ahead and wear for the neck, we want the Amulet of Life again, as it gives you an extra 15% mining damage. And then the toolbox also gives you another 15%. For the mobs, we're going to use one of the Mines pets, whether it be Gizmo, Rattles, or Munchers, as this gives you an extra 20%. So you're currently at 50% before even using the mining damage boost, which gives you another 50%. So with all these on, it gives you an extra 100% mining damage when you're trying to break through those walls. Of course, you want to use the Rune Breaker, as it is the best pickaxe overall in the game. And of course, having Sharp, Pointy, and Rapid is the combination that you're looking for when it comes to breaking things faster. Now, finishing us up, we have two little bonus builds that I think are really fun. First one's going to be for speed. This is great if you're, say, racing anybody for any reason. Looking at this build, you're going to want the Amulet of Life, or you could technically use Amulet of Nature, as they both give you a 20% boost in speed, as well as the Strange Device that gives you 50%. Some people use Blessing of the Wind, but it only gives you 40%. So I prefer the Strange Device for 50% speed, getting that extra little boost, as well as any of the cat pets, as they each give you 35% speed boost. And then as far as the mount goes, just one of the horses, whether it be the Headless Horse mount or the Lunar Horse mount, as these both give you an extra 100% speed boost. So overall, with just using all of those, that's 205% more speed. And for our last build, we have the PvP build. Now, this was unique because I learned a lot while trying to build this. For instance, I found out that mob damage boosts do not affect PvP damage. So when it comes to getting boost in damage, the only way you're going to get boost for that is the enchantments such as Sharp, Pointy, but I do recommend Rapid as well, because that's going to go ahead and give you more hits. And Giant is huge. That is probably one of the most beneficial enchantments on your weapons, to have Giant on it. So if you get giant on like a Deathstalker or a Trident, as well as rapid and sharp, that's really the best when it comes to overall damage. Now, as far as the gear goes, we're going to go ahead and run on the neck the Amulet of Nature. This because it gives you 40 more max health, as well as 1.5 healing, which is huge. As far as the waist, we're going to use Blessing of the Wind. This is really just for utility to try and jump, maybe get away if you have to, and speed, or maybe just catching somebody, as there wasn't really anything that boosted your health or healing when it came to the waist. And then this was just for fun, is the Elf Hat. Maybe it makes you harder to find, see, hit. I have no proof that this might lessen your hitbox, but in the end, it's just funner to be smaller and maybe a little bit harder to see. As far as pets go, we're going to go ahead and use either of the slime pets, being green slime, slime gore, or pink pets, as they give you more healing, as well as a healing potion. So anything really here is just about maxing out your health, so that way you can take more hits while dealing damage to others. Other fun caveats that I learned: lifesteal, burning, poison, also does not work when it comes to PvP. So that kind of sucks, kind of limits your build opportunities, but hey, it's fair for everyone overall. And there you have it, all the current best builds based off your playstyle using equipment in the game. Now, keep in mind this will most likely change when the next update comes out, as the new realm's probably going to bring more equipment with it, which is probably going to shake some of this up. But I'll go ahead and update that for you in the future if I have to. But I hope you found this video was helpful and you learned something new. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you going out there and hitting those mobs even harder, selling for more coins, and getting more of that XP as you race to level 100. But until then, as always, good morning, good day, good night, and God bless. Thanks for watching.